Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Doctor. It is another hellfire and brimstony day out here in the Pacific Northwest. I hope all of you guys are staying safe and staying indoors. Today, we're going to be talking about the Ifrit Raid. We're going to be talking about some general strategies, some resources, and some high-level performance that we have recorded for you. All right, everyone. What you're seeing in the background right now is actually a video submitted to me by Cuttlefish. We're going to be highlighting two versions of Floor 100 clears, and we're going to be talking about some of the general strategies, some general misconceptions about Raid that a lot of people are missing right now with Rain, and we're going to be talking about some Miranda strategies, and if you don't have any of those UR units, how you might join in and actually get to the top tier of Raid with Severo right now. So first off, this video in the background you're seeing, we got a triple Rain and Ziza build where Ziza is steal timing. This is what a lot of people have been theorizing and talking about, essentially utilizing speed break, undermine, and soul prominence in order to chain. If you're someone who is using the Rain strategy, some really important notes that all of you guys should be thinking about. Specifically, we're going to talk about soul prominence because soul prominence is bringing out an issue that I think a lot of people aren't realizing right now in this raid tier, and that is kind of the modification of different attacks and how they're modified. So what do I mean by that? Soul prominence is an attack that is modified by slashing, and it is modified by magic. That doesn't mean, though, that magic attack is going to modify the attack. What that means is base magic is going to modify it, not magic attack. There is an entire thread about this on Reddit right now, talking about how lots of people are currently wearing Trousseau right now, and how they shouldn't be wearing Trousseau with Rain. They should really be focusing in on that slash, that magic, that fire element, that damage cap, and wearing Trousseau on Rain is kind of like a not the worst thing ever, because you do get plus magic from Trousseau and a significant amount of it on the actual base card itself, but it's not actually helping your party at all. So if you are running in Rain groups, make sure you're not falling for that trap. Similarly, in a lot of Miranda groups, what's happening is we are seeing Miranda utilized for resistance break, and a lot of people don't realize that Miranda's resistance break is actually a pierce attack. And there are so many people that don't realize this. And I was on stream yesterday, for example, and I was talking to one of the viewers, and they were saying, you know, my chain keeps breaking, my slash chain keeps breaking, and I don't know why. And we were asking to them, and they were talking about Delita's Karma Blade and how, you know, they thought Delita's Karma Blade was broken. But it turns out what the actual problem was that they were utilizing Miranda's resistance break, and it was breaking their slash chain. So very important, guys, that you are looking at what you are modifying and what attacks you are going to be utilizing. Another very similar trap for this is also jamming thrust. So make sure you are looking at and modifying jamming thrust appropriately. And it seems like this entire raid is sort of a greater conversation and a greater lesson about what attacks modify what and how the best way to set your VCs are in order to support your party. Because you could quite easily be getting into different party compositions with different strategies and not realize or not read the notes and have the wrong VC set. Now, we are seeing as well a lot of sharing of raids. And there was a lot of questions about the Golden Cactar and what I think the best way to handle them is. We initially set up a meeting time in our guild to meet up at 4 p.m. Pacific time with Golden Cactars every day. We ended up changing that, though, so now we just ping our guild whenever we have Golden Cactars up, and we all go in and do them and then get the rewards. I would say overall, the Golden Cactar is great, but it hasn't been, like, game-changing. I wouldn't say the Golden Cactar is super like I don't scream like like I don't scream like I screamed when I saw the Chocobo on Final Fantasy 16 the other day. When I get a golden cactar, I'm just kind of like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go do a golden cactar now. And the amount of work that I put in for the golden cactar doesn't feel worth it, right? Because I could probably kill Ifrit a certain number of times for the amount of work that I put in for the golden cactar. Again, just my opinion on that. Let's go ahead and change up to the other video that I have queued up for you guys. This comes from Inspire from the Rhapsody guild right now. A lot of you guys, if you aren't familiar with Rhapsody, they are a pretty cool guild. And in this battle, she doesn't actually do it, but she has sent me videos that were kind of lower quality that I didn't want to put on stream, but she actually is able to solo Ifrit at level 100. And the composition that she's using is essentially, you know, it's pretty good. She can manually clear it, no problem, but she just runs auto, and probably about 75-80% of the time, she actually clears Ifrit on auto. She is running Ildira, she is running Rain, she is running Miranda and Kilfe, and so it's pretty remarkable to see that we're at a point now where someone can actually solo a level 100 raid. Now, a lot of you guys might not have all these UR units, and you might be being like, Doctor, you know, I don't have any UR units. What am I gonna do? And actually, if you have Severo, I would actually recommend you get Severo and invest in him right now. If you haven't already, it's not too late. If he was reasonably leveled for you before, he's definitely a decent leveled unit to bring to this. And if you guys are familiar at all with Lock D, he is another YouTuber that actually featured a triple Ildira and one Severo clear in one shot. It is going to be, of course, probably a little bit harder for you to get into groups, but the power of Severo and the power of chaining in this particular map and in the raids in general can't be underestimated. And I think if you are seeing it as a wall, if you're like, man, I just really can't get into this Ifrit raid right now, that's okay. You don't have to clear this raid, you know, this week, next week. The items will be available later. But if you do want to get into it, if you don't have very many units, go for Severo. He's okay. I've had him leveled for a while now, and I gotta say, I've actually used him quite a bit. Now, there's one last thing I want to talk about, and that is, of course, going to be the Platinum Helm. The Platinum Helm is the quote-unquote big reward, right, from this. There is no reward of Platinum Helm from the top floor. However, what we're seeing is that probably Barrier Platinum Helm is going to be best if you are going for it, since the Barrier Platinum Helm does have higher base stats or higher total stats than any of the other Platinum Helmet forms. There was someone who was doing the math on whether the +3 chest for the Platinum Helm was worth it. Personally, I don't think it is. However, someone on the recipes alone pointed out that a +3 Platinum Helm is the equivalent of 30,000 minimum raid tokens. If you are at the top floor, that's 30 clears-ish of level 100 raid. I mean, if your time is valuable to you, the +3 Platinum Helm actually might be worth it, particularly since it's a UR piece of gear. I mean, it's hard for me to recommend, but at the same time, I'm kind of in this place where I'm like, maybe it is kind of worth it, right? What if they offer another +3 Platinum Helm down the road? That's pretty much a free +4 for doing almost nothing compared to farming the raid all day nonstop. The way that I would kind of weight it, though, is I would look at what the +3 helm is giving me and what the +4 helm is giving me. And honestly, I don't think I would ever use the +3 or the +4 helmet. I would probably only use the +5. The reason being is that the slash resistance bonus between +4 and +5 is actually double. So it goes from 5% slash resistance to 10% slash resistance. So for me, it's one of those situations where I'm kind of like, you know, would I want to use a +4 with slash resistance, or would I be better off, you know, focusing on specifically magic or specifically slashing and using either armor or using some type of smart coat or something like that? So it's kind of a tough call for me. I think if you're a completionist, you're definitely going to want to run through and get that Platinum Helm +5. But I think we've all kind of learned by now about the raids is that it's kind of like slow and steady, and that it's really easy to burn yourself out. And I personally have never completed a +5 piece of gear from raid. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't plan on starting now. I'm definitely going to be just leaving it. I'm going to get what I get. I'm probably going to focus some more on my Alexandrite ring and maybe on another Platinum robe, just so that, you know, I'm prepared, since Platinum robe is such a good defensive piece of armor, just so that I'm prepared in case I need to run 5 Platinum robes on some squishy characters one day. So that's what I'm kind of thinking. That's my approach to this raid. I'm going to go for the rainbow fragments. I'm going to go for the rainbow spheres. And that's probably going to be it, except for some little grinding on the sides. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Big thank you to Inspire and to Cuttlefish for sharing their footage of me for their clears on the 100 floor. We know that Inspire didn't clear there on that video, but she got damn close, and I have seen videos of her clearing. So shout out to the Rhapsody Guild for Inspire reaching out and sharing that with me. If you guys want to see more on the Ifrit raids, I would definitely recommend you check out Lock D, particularly if you want to see more work with Severo. I would also recommend that you go and see King Esper Comics. He also did a video on the Ifrit raid, and I think both of them have really good information out there. I'm also going to link down below a link to Reddit, which has the Buckethead guide for Ifrit. I think that's the best raid guide right now, and I think almost everyone should be utilizing it. If you didn't know about it, go check it out. It has great options, particularly if you don't have all the UR units you need and you really want to clear this raid. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please use my affiliate links if you like this content and want to support me. That's dig.gs/coins and dig.gs/offer. It's all down below in the description. And of course, thanks for leaving a comment and coming to our Discord. Have a great day, everyone.